I'm curious about some of the efforts. First of all, with FC Dallas and the new season, you guys are coming off. It was a pretty decent year, and there's been a lot of improvements, and the fan engagement has improved overall for MLS. And I'm wondering, what do you anticipate for the new season that is going to be an improvement over what we saw in the most recent season?
Yeah, look, we had two really big things in MLS this year, and it was Lionel Messi and Apple TV. And what both of those things did for Major League Soccer was remarkable. And you see the benefit we're experiencing in Dallas. Our season tickets right now are at the highest level they've ever been going into a new season. And also our viewership numbers were the highest they've ever been in the 2023 season. I mean, when Lionel Messi signed, Apple added 110,000 subscribers that day. And it basically made MLS a global name in the soccer markets now.
That also brings us to the World Cup that's going to be here in the U.S. Obviously, a big chunk of that will be in Dallas. And I am curious. I remember when I was a kid and they had the World Cup, I think it was in Los Angeles or somewhere, and it really kind of created this sort of upswell of interest in soccer, which, of course, for the rest of the world, everyone was familiar with. I'm wondering, given how much progress we've already made here in the U.S. in getting soccer into the sort of the ethos here, how much is the World Cup going to matter in sort of building that base even further?
Yeah, look, the 1994 World Cup was in the United States. It was all over. Dallas had fabulous games. The final was in L.A. Major League Soccer was born out of the 94 World Cup. Actually, the league was supposed to have started in 1995, but started in 1996. But the United States wasn't really ready for the World Cup. Now we're a soccer-crazy nation, and it's going to be a North American bid. So games will also be in Canada and Mexico. And we're going to have the largest tournament ever. It'll be over 100 matches played with 48 teams. And I guess people always ask me what my biggest hope is. And my big hope for it is, one, I want the United States to do well. I think we're well suited for it. But there is a whole generation of players that are 0 to 16 that will be watching the World Cup, having that experience, and I hope it allows the United States to produce the next Lionel Messi.
All right, I'm going to pivot here. I'm going to go from soccer to football because I really want to talk about Taylor Swift. You, of course, are the co-owner of the Kansas City Chiefs, and Romain, I don't know if you heard, but Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce. What has that meant for football? The fact that you have really the biggest pop star in the world dating, obviously, one of the Kansas City players.
Yeah, look, Travis is an all-time great guy, and you're right about Taylor Swift. I mean, she is amazing. She's a global superstar, and what she's accomplished. We had her at 2 tour dates at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, and just the economic impact of that was amazing. The really cool and amazing thing, though, is it's sort of activated a whole new viewership audience for us specifically, which is young women aged 9 to 17. And I guess the social side of it, which has been really fun to experience, the amount of dads that I have had say to me that, hey, my daughters are now interested and they're watching Chiefs games with their dads. I think it's really kind of a neat aspect to this. Obviously, the economic impact is unbelievable, but the social impact, I think, will be measured out over a long period of time. But these are building lifelong fans for the NFL.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing to watch. And you're talking about little girls there, but I will say a lot of millennial women, too, that I know, just anecdotally speaking, are watching more football games than they have in the past. But bringing it back to soccer, does soccer need a Taylor Swift to unlock a broader audience, or is Lionel Messi probably enough?
Look, I don't want to say Lionel Messi is Taylor Swift. I think they're two of a kind, though. They're two of the biggest global superstars, and we're so thrilled to have him here. And we're thrilled to have Apple as our partner. I mean, we couldn't have picked a better partner to show those games and broadcast the product. I mean, the FC Dallas experience is so much better now with Apple TV, and we continue to grow our own fan base, and I think every MLS team is doing that. And we're going into a new season with unprecedented momentum, and you are excited about the new players that are coming and excited about the national team players that are being developed as we head towards World Cup 2026.
Talk to us about, I guess, the competition for eyeballs. I mean, there's a lot more, I guess, major sports now. I mean, years ago, you kind of had baseball, NFL, football, and then, of course, the NBA here. But now you have soccer, you have other sort of secondary sports that have just really risen in popularity here. Does that become, I guess, is there enough space, I guess, for all of those leagues?
Look, I think viewership is different now and how people consume media. There was so much of a push into social media and getting your highlights on a Twitter or other spaces. But again, for us, Apple was the right time. And the way Eddie Q thinks about things there at Apple and the whole team and the constant innovation. You look at all the ancillary programming that they've come up with and all the new standards that they're adding. I mean, it's just an exciting time. But you're right. We are in a crowded marketplace, and it's not just sports, it's entertainment like Taylor Swift. I mean, she alone was a boost to the whole U.S. economy this year, or the global economy, I should say. So you're in constant competition, and you have to reinvent yourself every single year, or you will lose that viewership following you.